There's so much you can do to kick off your business without spending any money. It's your boy Stoyan, and in today's video we're going to discuss how many billion-dollar companies got started without any initial investment, and so can yours. And the secret to all of this is producing a minimum viable product, also known as MVP, which will allow you to test your idea in a real-life setting with actual customers. At this point, you're selling the vision and delivering the minimum features that will trigger these visionaries to react. You want to get their feedback, their likes, their love. Remember, you are not selling to everyone, and you definitely don't need to please everyone. But how to provoke these early adopters to react before even creating the product? I'm going to share with you the tools that you need in order to realize your MVP. In this video, we will be covering how you can adopt the explainer video, the Wizard of Oz MVP, the landing page, the concierge MVP, as well as crowdfunding as powerful tools that will help you to validate your product or service assumptions. Now that we have picked up these tools, let's go ahead with checking how they can be applied. You can see fragments of the video Dropbox used when they first wanted to test whether people would be interested in their product. It is important to note that the video was created before the actual file hosting service was developed. Drew Houston, the CEO and co-founder of Dropbox, did not spend any money on developing the product prior to validating the demand. We can argue that the video itself was also minimalistic and definitely cheap. Despite that, it was very effective. Thousands of people added their email addresses to the company's database so that they could be notified once the product became available. The use of the explainer video was fundamental for the success of the company. We can say that the MVP is what powered Dropbox's fast success and allowed the company to skyrocket. The next MVP tool is the so-called landing page. And no, it's not the place where skydivers land. A landing page is a page on your website that is designed to convert visitors into leads. Joel from Buffer used the power of the landing page to kickstart his software application business. Buffer allows you to schedule posts to be sent to Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and LinkedIn. It's a great way for individuals to engage with their community. However, at first, Joel had no idea whether people would be interested. That's why he built a landing page, which he then used as a learning tool. The landing page allowed him to collect visitors' emails before the software application was even started. Quite similar to Dropbox, right? However, he did a lot more by splitting visitors' traffic into different versions of the website page. This allowed him to experiment with the pricing strategy, as well as the design of the website, finding the most effective ones, which converted most visitors into paying customers. This is something known as A/B testing. Only after doing all this, Joel opened his company and became ready for business. The next strategy is a very wizardly one. The idea behind it is simple. Fake it before you make it. Pretend that your business is almost fully automated, while behind the curtain, you are doing everything manually. The best example of a company that did exactly this is the online shoe retailer Zappos. Zappos was one of the first companies to ever start selling shoes online. Traditional shoe stores were not interested in moving online, as the general notion was that customers want to try the shoes on before they buy. The founder of Zappos put this assumption to the test. He took photos of shoes from a local shoe store, then he posted them online, and whenever a sale was made, he would go to that shop and buy the specific pair of shoes. It was genius. It was so genius that it should have been illegal. We can call the founder of Zappos the gangster of shoes. Later, the company was acquired by Amazon for the cool $1.2 billion. Similarly to the Wizard of Oz MVP, the concierge MVP strategy involves huge amounts of legwork at the beginning. This of course reduces the inventory, the startup costs, as well as the risk. And it also is a great source of data. However, here we let our customers know that nothing is automated. quite the opposite. You would be doing concierge service for them, tailored for their needs and desires. Perhaps this may be the preferred strategy for people of a certain demographic, perhaps elderly individuals who prefer the personal interaction with the service provider. This was the preferred MVP strategy for the co-founder of the website Food on the Table. Food on the Table provides easy weekly recipe and grocery lists based on sales at your local store. They need lots of stuff to make this work. A list of stores and groceries, weekly updates on sales, recipes, algorithms to match the preference to recipes, to promotions, etc. It's a lot of work. But the founders did not start by building all these assets. Before building anything, the two founders went to their local shop in Austin, Texas. They interviewed shoppers until they found one that was interested in their service. She got a concierge treatment. The CEO visited her every week. He came with a shopping list and selected recipes carefully chosen based on her preference and the promotions at the local store. The list was updated on the spot based on her desires and feedback. Most importantly, the CEO would pick a check of $9.95 for this service. This was no way of getting rich. But each week, they would learn more about what it takes to make their product a success. They kept adding more customers to their weekly visits until they couldn't handle it anymore. Only then they started coding. One week they started sending lists and recipes by email, and on the next week they would write a piece of software or something else. Another MVP strategy is the crowdfunding. Crowdfunding platforms are a great way to test the key benefits and features that people would pay for. Plus, you get hopefully actively involved early adopters. So instead of getting funding from a small number of traditional investors, you can harness the collective spirit of the masses and get their moral and financial support. Some crowdfunding platforms have vast audiences. Joining in and testing your product or service via crowdfunding platform is almost like stepping on the stage of a rock concert and having thousands of eyes on you. No more excuses that you didn't have the money to kick off your business. If it worked for all of these companies, it will surely work for your business as well. Get your MVP in order and kick off. Get some very valuable feedback from your customers, and depending on that feedback, you can decide whether you should pivot and change your business a little bit or persevere. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe if you did, and peace out.